diamond painting accessories, and do you really need them? My name's Ariel. I'm the person behind Cali Kumi. I was working on a diamond painting and getting out my light pad, and so I thought I'd make a video about what accessories I have, what I found useful and not useful. So you don't really need accessories. Let me say that. Any kit you buy will, any kit I've seen available always says it comes with everything you need, and they'll include the pink pen, a tray like this or this, and the wax. And yes, that is really all you need to get it done. However, if you're starting to do diamond painting as a hobby and you're going to be spending more time with it, there are some things that are make your life much easier and make the time more fun. So the light pad I brought out today because I'm having to look very closely at this area with 4 different shades of red and the symbols of capital B, an 8, a capital P, and a 9. And they end up looking very similar at the size that I'm looking at. And so using light pad, being able to put it under the canvas and having that backlight really helps me determine what symbol I'm most likely looking at. So the light pad was actually the first accessory I decided to buy. On every kit it says it comes with everything you need, and it kind of does. They have a little plastic bag with the pink pen and either this white tray or one of the green trays. And yeah, sure, the pink pen and the wax and maybe all you really need. But if you're gonna start diamond painting, there are some things that just make your life easier. So the light pad was the first thing I decided to buy. I would say it's helpful for the scenario I mentioned with when you have the different symbols. It's also helpful if you're working in varying settings where you're, if you have, this is my craft area and this is the way I have the lighting set up that's perfect for me, and that's where you always diamond paint, then okay. But if you're moving around, if you work in different areas, if maybe you take your diamond painting with you places, then the light pad can be really useful for that because then you, because if you have crappy lighting, this will do it for you, because then you have the lighting from below and you don't really need the lighting from above. At least that's how it works for me. So, and it's really easy. It just has the one port basically. And for me, if in terms of working on the go, I actually just plug it into my external battery. So I have one of these with the wire built in. So I can actually just use the external battery with the light pad and then kind of move to any surface I want. Move to any table, any desk, whatever. Or the floor, I suppose, if you don't have pets. So I find the light pad very useful, but not, required, I would say, but useful. Definitely worth the money. I chose one to be smaller sized. This one, I think of it as about the size of a piece of paper, only thicker, obviously. But it's, forearm length. This thing, it has centimeter markings on it, so it's, I don't know, maybe 32 centimeters by 23 centimeters, something like that. So it's very portable. I can stick it in a backpack, put it in a laptop case, and easily take it with you or store it. I didn't want to have a big thing that I'd have to figure out where to store because it's not flexible. It's solid, right? You can't just roll it up and put it in a cupboard. So that's why I chose to get a smaller one. I was buying one on Amazon, and once you pull up the light pad on Amazon, there's a lot of diamond painting accessory kits that include the light pad. So From there, if you're choosing your kit, what I would say is the most important thing, most helpful, is some sort of drill organization. Your drill organization is gonna make your life so much easier. It's totally worth whatever hassle you wanna spend on either making some system, buying some system. It's definitely worth it. So, so these two little containers, I think of them as kind of like, they're kind of like almost like pillboxes, really, because they've got the little snap caps, and yeah. So these ones, each one fits 12 colors, and I, Sharpied on their numbers 1 through 24. So, and that's how I organize my drills. And usually I'm only doing paintings that have 24, 28, maybe 35 colors. And so if I have more than 24, I just use baggies and Ziplocs for those. But this is kind of the thing that will make a largest improvement in your experience diamond painting, I would say. Because then you can spend more of your time doing the actual placing of drills and less of your trying to pour things in and out of bags. And I also found that when I was using the bags, whenever I thought I was finished with a color or a section and I put it away, then I found one square that I missed and I had to go dig it all, and I either had to look at that empty square the whole time or I had to then go dig out the other one. With this, it's really easy to be like, oh, I just see I missed this 1 or 2 squares, and instead of even pouring any of these out into the tray, I can just use my pen and get it directly from the container for 1 or 2. If I'm doing a whole section, I pour it into a tray. So the other thing that came with my kit was a larger tray and, a little like scraper, spatula, straightener, multi-purpose plastic thing. The large tray, though, I would say is useful. So just for scale, if this is your kind of normal tray that often comes with it, this is the size difference, and say this is the height difference. So I would say this is super useful if you're doing larger paintings for sure, or if you're doing full drill and there'll be, large swatches of like a background color. That's when I use this. I don't know that I'd make a separate purchase for one of these, but as part of a kit, it's definitely a plus. So look out for those, the large diamond painting tray, basically. My first self-indulgent purchase was my pen. I've mentioned it before, but I bought it because it was pretty, let's be real. It's pretty to me. It's kind of marbled and blue, and they have varying colors and styles. I justified it because it would be better for my hand, and it turns out that it's really much more comfortable to use than the little plasticky thing. First of all, this is resin, so the plastic's much nicer than the pink plastic. But it is also a much better dimension for a hand. And so it's got the curve, and I can easily, switch directions on the go. On the go. I can easily switch directions while I'm diamond painting from the 3 to the 1 to the 3, and then easily swap out for the 6 or 12 extension. Those also came in the little pack with the pen. So the pen is something that I wish I had bought earlier. Again, it just makes the experience much more pleasant if you're doing this for fun, if you're doing this for entertainment, or if you're doing for therapeutic reasons, kind of meditative stuff. It's a much better experience if you have a pen that is comfortable within your hand. And then for me, I get a little joy out of just, oh, it's a pretty pen, this pen I got for maybe 15 bucks on Amazon. They have more there's a ton of pens out there. Pretty much anything is going to be an upgrade from the pink pen that comes with it. So take a look around. I'll include a link to this one. I've liked this brand. I may get another of theirs, but there's also, kind of more artisan ones. If you want to look on Etsy, people make pens, diamond painting pens. So I wish I would have bought this earlier because I like it a lot, and it's a definite improvement over the pink pen. The other thing that I put off buying is the roller. So I saw these and I was like, who would buy that specialty roller? You could just get a rolling pin from like a kitchen store. And yes, you could. Or you could just use a book, or sometimes I use my external battery. I would like use this to push down the diamonds. So this is definitely, you can totally do without this. However, if you're starting to do a lot of diamond painting, this can be something that's just useful. It's convenient, and at a price point that's not very cheap. Often it'll come in a kit. At a price point that's not very expensive. I meant often it will come in a kit. So this is one I would say is useful, but not necessary. It just, again, kind of can make your life a little easier if you're going to be diamond painting a lot. Especially maybe if you're working on a square drill and you're maybe new, or you're getting a lot of popping diamonds, it can be helpful. So the tray organizer is just, to me, was kind of a bust of an accessory. Not something I think is worth buying. I'm not gonna throw it away. I might use it again, but so far it's not been very useful for me. And I don't think it's particular to this, design or manufacturer or whatever. For me, it's more about the kind of concept in general. I just found myself being too nervous about spilling diamonds everywhere, or, yanking a tray too hard and it flying everywhere. Or just, knocking into the, having the tray on my desktop and like bumping into the table, because that happens. So, yeah, I won't be using this much. Maybe other people have different opinions, but I definitely wouldn't go run out buying this if you're just getting started. So let me know what you guys think. What do you have that's useful? What's not useful? What have you found a total waste of money? And what's totally worth the investment? Like and subscribe. Thanks.